Hi.
And to you, good day.
Good day. I just wanted you to shed some light on the idea of homosexuality.
Yes.
What is the, why would
Your
spirit...
spirit is neither male or female. It can manifest in either. Sometimes you want to have experiences in one gender, sometimes in another. Sometimes you may be used to one gender more than another, so you may choose a physical gender you may not necessarily be used to, and so it may take some getting used to. So you still have feelings of the other gender. Sometimes you choose it deliberately because you want to help other people relax their prejudices. It could be any number of ideas in between, but your spirit is all things.
Okay, and also...
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. And also I wanted to ask, how do people in your society reproduce?
At this time, though we used to reproduce much as you do, at this time it is generally an energy act. Individuals create literally an energy bubble between them in which a new life form is created. It grows very rapidly, and thus then we have a new incorporation within our society, if such is desired. But it is no longer in that sense a physiological act, but that's just where we are in our evolutionary stage. But
Okay.
we used to do it similarly to you.
Okay, thank you.
Remember, we are a hybrid species based on your genetic material. So we're not that dissimilar, except that we are now in our evolutionary state much farther along and closer to the idea of non-physicality. So many things we used to do, we no longer do. We no longer eat, we no longer sleep, we no longer drink.
Will human civilization reach that point on Earth?
Yes, eventually, in about 1,000 of your years.
I am so-called gay person, homosexual person in this reality.
Yes.
And I became clearly aware of that fact when I was 20 years old.
Yes.
And that was really a powerful experience to me.
Yes.
And at that time, I think I shifted to a very different reality. I
Of
think
course.
Yeah.
Every change is a shift to a new reality,
Right.
and especially ones that are profound for you are a
Yeah.
shift to a reality that is much more different than the realities you were shifting to before.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. And so,
If I can know, what are the reasons why I chose to be born as a gay person in this reality?
well, one of the reasons is to give the society an opportunity to understand how to look more deeply into their soul, into their spirit, which contains both male and female energy. There is a lot of focus on the idea of gay energy in your societies, on your planet at this time, because it is important for people to balance the male and female energies within themselves. Thus, the idea of more focus on that particular state of being gives everyone more of an opportunity to be more conscious of the fact that your soul, your spirit, can express itself either as male, as female, and actually as several other things. So this gives an opportunity for people to balance that energy within themselves by seeing examples of people such as yourself willing to express the idea of the opposite energy from the body form that you have chosen. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. We could experience ourselves neither males or females.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There are also the ideas in physical form of transgender beings,
Yeah, right.
hermaphroditic beings,
Uh-huh.
genderless beings,
Uh-huh.
so on and so forth. And of course, in other societies, there can be a variety of other kinds of expressions of the soul that are not similar at all to the kinds of sexual expression you have on your planet.
Right.
So the soul can express itself in any number of ways because it is everything and nothing.
Right. And is it probable that our human civilization will go to that direction? I mean, our souls can express ourselves neither males nor females.
Yes.
I see.
And so there are civilizations that don't express gender in the way that you do at all.
I see.
There are civilizations that can replicate through the process known as parthenogenesis.
What was that?
Parthenogenesis
What's
Means
that?
that you can simply split off from your body a bud or a seed that will turn into another full person without any sexual interaction at all. Some animals and plants on your planet do actually replicate through that methodology.
Yeah, okay, I got that.
Right?
Okay. And the question I'm asking now, about the question I'm asking now, what I want to say, one more thing I want to say is that
Yeah.
I think when I became aware that I was a gay person, and the lesson that I getting from that experience is that I became aware I became more aware that what love is.
Yes.
How do we experience love?
Yes.
That's what I learned
Yes.
from my experience.
Oh, I look very good.
Yeah. Well, that was my statement.
Yes, thank you. I understand. That's why I have nothing to say about it, because it was a statement.
Yeah.
And again, it is also an opportunity to add more information about all the different ways, all the different perspectives that love can be expressed in your society, so that you are giving an opportunity to more people to see all those different ways and to understand that love can be expressed in a number of ways.
Yeah. At that time, I thought that love is everything. I mean, the universe is love.
Well, yes, existence, the vibration of existence is what you call unconditional love. That's how it translates into your reality. It can be experienced in other ways and other realities,
Yeah, right.
but nevertheless, the way it translates into your reality is that expression or experience or feeling, if you wish, of unconditional love. That's the vibrational signature of existence itself.
Yeah, right. And also,
Yes.
at that time, I became more aware of that what sufferings are, if we use that term
Yes.
in this reality.
Yes.
Sufferings.
Yes.
So I at that time I decided I will devote my whole life to help other people who are so-called
If
sufferings.
that is what excites you, then by all means go ahead.
Yeah. That's what I have been doing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for following your joy, and thank you for being of help.
Yeah, that is my joy.
Yes,
And
it is ours as well, which is why we do these transmissions.
right, yeah, that's right. That makes sense.
Yes, thank you. That's why I said it.
Right.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. It tickles me when you say that.
Tickles us too.
My question relates to one of my passions, which is to help end the war between the sexes. And
There's a war? Why are you calling it a war if you want to help?
Okay,
You
so
get my meaning?
I think I do. So I'll just drop it.
You can recognize that there are differences, and many of which may be based on negative and fear-based beliefs, and certainly you can help with that. But calling it a war, doesn't that take it in the negative direction? Doesn't that
I see how
reinforce
it
the
does.
negativity?
Yes, I see how it does.
All right. So by all means, you can educate, you can raise consciousness, you can allow perspective to shift by creating new definitions, new ways to understand relationships. Yes?
That sounds fun and creative.
Well, yes, that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
How can anything, in any way, shape, or form, choose to change if you don't give it the option to change instead of reinforcing the negative idea? Yes?
Got it. I got it.
Does that help?
It's beginning to help. Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Anything else?
And yes, so the fact is there is a rape culture on this planet.
There is a what?
Oh, nothing. Excuse me. We're all having a great time as men and women.
Now, first and foremost, when you talk about the idea of between the sexes, men and women, you do know you have more genders than that, yes?
That's true. There's a continuum, isn't it? Isn't
Kind
there?
of, yes.
Okay.
Therefore, you have a lot more to work with here. A lot more flexibility, a lot more malleability in how you describe these things, how you discuss these things, how you offer different perspective of these things, yes?
Got it. So it's limiting to think of us as
Kind
being
of.
born into just male or female bodies.
Well, yes. There may be purposes for that, but the purposes may not be what you think.
So why does it
Does this
seem-
give you a richer tapestry to work with?
It's definitely giving me a richer
Why does what
tapestry.
seem what?
So why does it still seem like there's a culture of domination?
Because
of
it's
men
fear-based,
against
as I
women?
just told you. Remember, people who are not fear-based don't need to express domination.
Okay.
Remember that when you express the idea of attempting to dominate, that means you don't believe you actually have any power. Because if you really know you have power, what would be the point of dominating? You're already as powerful as you need to be to create whatever reality you prefer. If you have to dominate, you're saying you're powerless. I don't have any other way of creating what I prefer other than trying to control my reality and other people's reality and force them into this idea that makes me feel safe.